Welcome to the Art of Grace podcast, where God is creating a better you. I'm your host, Farah. Today's special guest will be Mrs. Tyechia Brown. Listen in as Tyechia shares about being a wife, a mother, juggling her career, being an advocate, as well as a mentor. You don't want to miss this episode. Listen in with me.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Art of Grace podcast. I am super excited today because I'm here with my dear friend, and I feel like it was months ago that we scheduled this, because when we scheduled it, I was like, I gotta wait that long to interview you, and you was like, yes, because my schedule is full, not in a bad way, in a good way, but that time came up so fast.
It did.
It's crazy.
It did.
It's crazy. So some of you who are watching this are going to definitely recognize her, Mrs. Tyechia Brown. And listen, I'm in her house with her. I came out to Winter Garden. Listen, she always drives all the way to the other side of town where we live at. I'm talking to my Black Girls Run girls right now, so you know exactly who I'm talking to. And I was delighted to come here to her, not making you come back out our way. You definitely must love your health, because driving to Sanford, it took me a minute to get over here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so you love what you do when it comes to being around everybody and us all. Kind of, well, you know, the energy's there when we get together, so we don't mind driving when it comes to our health. But I want to first, let me slow down, because I want to talk about Tyechia. I want to read her bio to you all, because as I was sitting here with her reading over it, I'm shocked at some of the stuff that she told me she's done. I mean, some of the things I know she does because I keep up with her on social media, and, you know, we don't get a chance to talk as often as we would like. But I was just pleasantly surprised at some of the things that she does besides just being a wife and a mother. So I'm going to just jump into that. So my special guest today is Miss Tyechia Brown, wife. She's been married to her husband for 18 years. She looks like she's 18 years old. 2 sons. She served in our armed forces. I just want to say thank you so much for your service.
You're welcome.
She's also a transplant from Evergreen, Alabama, and we're going to discuss that during the podcast. She is also an advocate and she does advocacy and initiatives for the Junior League. She's a mentor to Take Stock in Children at Valencia College. She also serves as a mentor of Women on the Rise. Hey, Arlene, their career program there, which we know that you guys have been doing so much for the ladies who are trying to, you know, get grounding and get their career started. Her whole family volunteered for the Second Harvest, which is amazing. She is also an alumni of BBLI. For those of you who don't know, that's the Black Boardroom Leadership Institute, and she's an alumni. And something good that's coming up with Tyechia, she is going to be serving through the Orange County Mayor Citizens Academy. So she's starting that up very, very soon. So talk about a busy schedule. So this is why I had to wait for my sis to get me on here with her. But one of the biggest things that I love about her is that she served our military and our armed forces. It always just amazes me how, you know, the United States, we have women serving, and we appreciate you all so much, because we know the sacrifice that it takes to, you know, be away from your family, because you actually served in Iraq.
I did.
So some of her jobs that she's done in the military, I'm laughing because I didn't know military terms when she said to me 3 MOS. I know that meant 3 jobs. So she was an administrative assistant, a human resources specialist, and also military police.
Yes.
Oh my, I can see that. Now that I can see. Also, she's a government employee. And most of all, we're going to be talking about her being an author. Her book is called Make Money on the Side. So please, as a matter of fact, for those of you who are listening, the first person that reaches out to her, we're going to talk about this at the end, you will get something from Tyechia, a little giveaway. We'll share that at the end. So please stick it through to the very end. And we want you to reach out to her, and we'll let you know how you can do that. So Tyechia. Okay, so let me first say this, because I was laughing on the way here, because okay, Beatrice, I know you're going to be watching, because it's like, you know, we have a big group of us, right? Black Girls Run. We love everybody in every part of Orlando. But it seems like, you know, the 3 of us, like the little 3 amigos, have kind of like clicked together around the arts.
Right.
You know, we recently went to go see an arts. I think it was, we were talking about the arts and, like, you know, things at the Dr. Phillips Center.
Yes.
And we ended up booking and going to see these 3 amazing ladies called the String Queens.
Yes.
And they were, you know, playing cello and the violin, and they did all this R&B. And so I invited Tyechia to come with me, and we had Beatrice come along. So now all of our birthdays, we just celebrated that. We went to the Pink Tea Room, giving them a shout out, because that was such a great, thank you so much for doing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Because you set that whole thing up. And we had a very good time.
Yes, we did.
We thought that we were so dainty. We thought that cucumber sandwiches was the bee's knees. And the funny thing about us is that our birthdays are around the same time, and I always joke that they're the nieces and I'm the auntie. So I was just joking with Tyechia about her hair today, about her. So we're like Destiny's Child. Okay, so Tyeshia's Beyonce, Beatrice is Kelly, and I am definitely Michelle, because Michelle's always falling down with high heels on. So I can so see falling down, dragging y'all down with me. So I was thinking about that as I was on my way here. But I just love our, all of our chemistry is throughout the group, but I love when us three get together and just share life.
Absolutely.
And I'm so happy that you're sharing life with me today, because just sitting here writing down her bio, she does so much for other people. I don't want to get teary-eyed about this, because just her presence and just her friendship, and Beatrice too, that alone speaks volumes. Like, just when people take time for you, they don't know what you're going through. They have no idea where you are in life. And she never talks about herself. She never puts herself on a higher pedestal. With all that she's got going on, she still makes time for us. She still makes time to come out, even coming out to Black Girls Run. Your presence there, you're driving 45 minutes to come and walk with us for an hour. It goes back to just what you do and how you serve. And so everything I just read in her bio goes back to her serving. And, I just hope that this coming year for you, right? Because we're almost through with this year. I didn't mean for this to happen. I really didn't. But your phone calls, your text messages, it's always a blessing for me. And so for us to have this time together, for you to make time out, let me come to your house, right? And just for us to have this girl time together. You are such a blessing. Even to all these organizations that you're serving on. You're sacrificing your time with your family. You're at work all day. When do you get time for you?
That's a really good question. And first off, I just want to say you're a blessing to me as well. Mm-hmm. BGR, Orlando, yeah. Lake Mary SWAT.
Lake Mary SWAT, yes.
Is a blessing to me.
Yes. And we met through Tanja,
Yes. Tanja Williams.
It was an event that she was at.
Track Shack.
Track Shack, yes. It was a Track Shack, like a fundraiser, I believe it was.
She sits on the board.
Yes. And Black Girls Run was there. And that was the first time I met you at the table together. And I got blessed to be there, because I think I had a ticket from someone else. Mm-hmm. And, we connected, and you're always just a ray of sunlight for all of us.
Thank you.
Your energy, your smile, your giving. I don't think I've ever seen you tired. I've never heard you say I'm tired. I've never heard you complain. But you make time for us, and we have fun.
Yes, we do.
We have good girlfriend fun.
Yes, we do.
So what does your year look like this upcoming year? You being an author, your jobs and all of this stuff. You just mentioned the Women on the Rise mentorship, because I see that they have a graduation coming up. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I'm so excited for my mentee, actually. She's going to be graduating next week.
Wow.
And I have some good news to share in relation to her, actually.
Really?
We met, we've had 2 sessions, one in person, one virtually. Yes. We've done mock job interviews.
Wow.
For a job that she actually applied for. And I have some good news to share. She got it. Hello.
Yes, you're her mentor.
Yes, she did.
And you made it exciting for her.
She got that job.
Wow.
A job that she wanted, that's in alignment with her goals and aspirations.
Wow. And so how did you pull her into that?
Preparation.
Preparation.
Yeah. We talked about her goals and her aspirations, and we set up a plan for it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Let's prep. Let's prepare. Yeah. Let's go get it.
Yes. Let's
motivate folks.
Yes. And that's what you just said. You said, let's go get it. So you're there with them.
Absolutely.
You're not just giving her the tools and just say, here, take this and just go over there and read it on your own.
Let's practice.
Yes.
I'm available.
Yes.
I made the time for her. Yeah. That's what I do.
Yes.
My little bit of time that I have.
Yes, you made time.
Hey, I have 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll make time for you.
So it was okay for me to have to wait for you for this month and a half for us to record. I'm happy to hear and see all the things that you were doing, because she was important.
She was. You are as well.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I just have to manage priorities.
Yeah.
That's what my day looks like. Mm-hmm. That's what my month looks like. Yeah. Managing priorities,
yes. And you're putting the women in the forefront. Not just women, because I'm sure that you mentor young males and teens and all of this, but I know that women is like your passion as well.
Right.
Yeah.
And I have 2 sons.
Yes.
So it's not just women in my life. I have males as well.
Yes.
So,
yeah. So because you're the diva in the house.
I am.
So that is just amazing. I can't wait to meet that young lady. I wish I could be there for the graduation, Arlene, but I'm going to actually be out of town next week. We were just talking about that. I wish I can be there, but I can't wait to meet her because I'm sure I'm going to meet her. I was just at Women on the Rise, I think last Monday, and it was amazing. Shout out to Anika Allen. I'm actually right near you right now. I just was telling Tyechia that when I pulled up to her house, and all the women who were there sharing life together and encouraging you to grow in what you have a dream for. It's just so beautiful. So for you to be a part of that, it's amazing. And then the Junior League. I mean, there's a lot going on with that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Junior League of Greater Orlando.
Yes.
They do great work. The organization has been in the Orlando community since 1947.
Wow. You hear that? 1940. That's a long time.
Yeah.
Wow.
77 years.
You know, as I was talking to Tyechia, I realized that we're all a lot of us are transplants here, right? A lot of us. And I think that, you know, people who live here, and I'm not going to say everybody who's watching, but a lot of people who live here will say, I didn't even know that existed. And then, you know, you have us coming into town like, oh, I want to find out things about my community. And that's what we've kind of done. Right. You know, it's like, and then, you know, you find out something, you share with me. I find out something, I share with you. And so how was it breaking into the Orlando area, you know, groups and missions and all of that? You know, what did that look like for you? Because, I mean, I'll tell you, just for me, it wasn't easy. I mean, I've been here for 11 years, and I think it wasn't until about maybe 3 years ago that I felt settled here, because I just wasn't feeling settled. And then I went online. I said, you know what? This year, I'm going to make a goal to meet up with some people, and I'm going to learn my community. And the first group I met was Black Girls Run. I found them on Facebook. That was the first group I met when I decided, I purposed that I wanted to get out and start communicating with my community. And then I did like you. I went through my Citizens Academy in Sanford. And that's how I started meeting more city people and people who worked in the city and people who live in my community. And but I couldn't be shy about it. I had to get up and do the work.
Yeah. I'd have to say it was fairly easy for me because I am a connector.
Okay.
And I was in the Junior League. Junior League is an international organization.
Got it.
It was founded in 1901 in New York City.
Wow.
So it being an international organization, I joined in Tampa, right? Before I even moved here. So I transferred into the Orlando League.
So you hear that? But you got here and you started doing some work. You started looking.
I was already connected to women, right? Yeah. And so I was able to leverage those relationships in my new city to meet new people, to open doors. So you heard the word relationship, leverage relationships to open doors to meet new people. That is my recommendation.
I love it because on Monday night at Women on the Rise, Anika she's a friendship specialist and a friendship consultant through 5-Star Friendships. Check her out on Facebook. But that's what she discusses is like people getting into relationship with one another, like, you know, building community, because that's so important. And the statistics that she talks about when you do connect with people, how it's invaluable to our overall health.
I have to agree with that.
So our longevity in life is connecting. I mean, I don't know. What do you think it is why so many women don't connect?
I think it's fear. Fear of being judged.
Okay.
Especially as women, right?
Yes.
How many times have we, and we may have done it ourselves, right? I have to raise my hand and say I'm guilty of it, right?
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to be transparent and do that.
Yes.
Judge someone else. Oh, look at her. She thinks she's all that.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
Yes. Yeah. And just it takes humility to just be open, and that person coming into the fold, you know, because you want someone to embrace you, right? Because we're not from here, right? So I'm moving here, and now I'm in a community where people have been together all of their life, maybe, and I'm trying to get my way into that because I need them. Right. I think it's also us needing each other, right? You know, and not thinking that we do need each other. Right. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So I think that's what it is. Yeah. So that's important to us, right? That relationship, that community. And I think that's why I started out is us getting together to have that community.
That community.
Yeah. So I appreciate all my friend groups, Phase 10 Divas. I mention this every podcast because it's all about friendships and relationships. It's not about what I can get out of each person. It's about me having a good quality fun time. It's about me being built up or me building somebody else up. It's about me being in the room and, you know, I'm able to bless someone else because we don't know what our presence is doing for someone.
Oh,
for someone else, you know? So what does your household look like when it comes to raising your boys and having your husband of 18 years?
Oh boy,
because I love you guys' love story, because you shared a little bit with me about you guys' love story and about how you moved here, and you know how you guys just balance each other.
Yeah, we do. My household consists of I have been married for 18 years. Yes. I have 2 sons, they're teenagers, and I also have custody of my brother and sister. They're young adults, and the reason why I have custody of them is because I lost my mother in 2014. And so my younger siblings at the time were 12 and 14 years of age.
Yes.
And so me being an older sibling, I was 31. I had just turned 31 at the time.
Wow.
I had to take care of them, right? And that's what I did. I had an older brother. He was not in a position, because he struggled with addiction, to step up to the plate. And so I had to do what I had to do, because that's what I do. Yeah, I'm going to take care of mine, right?
Yes.
And so that's what I did.
That's amazing. I mean, so took sacrifice, right? Because even though it's family, you still have a husband who is an extension of your family. You got to now bring your siblings into your home, and now you're a mom of 4. That's huge.
Yeah. And my husband, open arms. Yes. He said, there's not a question. We're going to do it.
Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. And then when you had to serve, your husband was right there.
Oh my gosh. I can't tell you about that. When I had to serve in Iraq, 2006, my oldest son was 18 months old when I left. 18 months old.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Wow, wait, 18 months old, and your husband was, hey, I got it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and you came back safe, thank God. I was talking to a young lady yesterday who was struggling with PTSD from Iraq, and I always told her, thank you for your service. And I think that we don't know how much you guys went through over there. We don't even know the half of it.
Right. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because what people only think of when they think of disabilities are physical disabilities, maybe people with wheelchairs.
Yes.
But there are a lot of unseen disabilities.
Yes, you got it. Yes.
And so that's what people don't talk about.
Yeah, and she's so strong, and she's amazing. We're doing a project together, but she was telling me how I still have to go to sleep at night. There's nights I don't sleep at all because of that service in Iraq. And so we just have to really support our veterans and those who are serving, those who are actively serving, to know that they're dealing with some real heavy stuff.
Right. Like you can't look at me and tell, but I am an individual with disabilities.
Yes.
I carry it well.
You carry it well.
But I am an individual that lives with disabilities each and every day, physical and non-physical.
Wow.
There's a reason why I do not run during Black Girls Run.
Yes. Yeah. And then we're asking, hey, you want to run? And we don't know.
Right.
We don't know. Yeah. I mean, it's wild. I remember I did some military readiness work, and I remember being there, and I asked the group of guys and girls, so what is up? And they were like, oh, well, some of us will be deploying. And I remember hearing a mom in the hallway calling her mom to say, I've got to leave, and I've got to stay with my kids. And I mean, I just listened to that phone call, and I was like, oh my goodness, she's got to leave her family,
right?
And will she make it back?
Right. That's going through your head,
Yeah.
What if I don't make it back? What is that going to look like?
Yes.
And the thing for me was, at least I have a legacy. I have a child.
You got it. Yes.
That was my thing. At least I have something that is a part of me living on.
Yeah. And we don't think about that. Like, you all are having to plan out leaving, but also plan on, what if I don't come back?
Right.
Right. And so then your spouse, that's a lot. And and if it's not a military family that understands that.
Right.
So a lot of people don't understand that.
I had somebody ask me before, they said, why did you have a child at 21? Ooh, glad you asked.
Yes. Wow.
Because I didn't know if I was going to have a piece of me to live on.
Yes. Wow. We don't think about that stuff.
So before you ask somebody what I deem to be a silly question like that.
Yes. Right.
Think before you ask.
Yeah, I think that was
my thing. I'm just saying.
And I'm not going to say it's our community, but I think that we put these age limits and restrictions on us I guess because of our moms, maybe. Me and my son was talking about this in the car earlier, how different the generations are, and the different things. I think he was saying that, like maybe back in 1970s, like maybe 4% of African Americans had passports. Now you have like 40-something%.
Right.
So we're just discussing the differences and stuff. And I think that we have been, kind of curated to be these women who are so strong. Wait to have kids, get your careers first. But like you said, I mean, I got married young. I had my daughters when I was like maybe 24 and 25. But there's some people who are waiting way longer than that. Right. But I'm so thankful that I did have my kids.
Absolutely.
I'm thankful that I had, like you said, a legacy of some sort, because it can be day to day that we don't know when we're going to even be here.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a reason for everything that I do and why I did it.
Yes. So your book that you have authored, all of this that you're doing, what made you come up with this title and this subject matter?
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
The reason for it is, I know you understand that I'm a federal employee. At the time, every year, y'all, what do we hear about? We might get furloughed. We don't know if we're going to have a budget. And so, yes, I do well financially, right? It wasn't because of the money for me. It was security for me. What do you always hear? Federal employee, you got a good government job, right? You good and secure. Yeah. Well, not when you have this thing looming over your head. Oh, we don't know if we're going to get shut down. We don't know if we're going to have a paycheck at the end of the year. We don't know if we're going to get furloughed. So I said, I don't want to have this hanging over my head. I want some type of security, if you will. Yes. Let me see what I can do with this side hustling thing. That's where that came from. Yeah. Yeah, that's where that came from.
And you just sat and started mapping it out and putting it together.
Yeah.
So what are some of the tips that you have in your book? What are some of the things that we can talk about with you just putting this together? Because it's like we come up with these things when the bad happens, right? It's like something has to be that push for us to do it. So this looming thing, it wasn't because let me just write a book because I'm having a good month. I've made all this money. I'm not thinking about my job. But you decided to do it based off of the what ifs. Yeah. What if this happened?
Yeah. The reason why I actually did the book, so that was the reason why I started the side hustle, I should clarify. The reason why I did the book is because of people asking me for money constantly.
Oh my God.
I'm very serious with you.
Wow.
I'm very serious with you.
Yes.
So I wanted to create a guide so that they can empower themselves. Okay?
Yeah.
I don't mind helping people. Everybody knows that.
Yes.
But I want to empower people so that they can help themselves.
Yes, because
that is the reason why I created it.
The side hustle that we do is to secure some things that we need to cover financially, maybe some debt we want to clear up.
Right.
But I'm working hard for this money.
Right.
And then now you're coming and asking me for it.
Right.
And so what did you say to these people?
I don't loan money. And that's the truth. I used to loan money.
Yes.
I don't loan money anymore.
No.
Family, friends, I do not loan money anymore.
Because you might as well just give it to them. It's not even a loan at that point, right? So what's the side hustle that you started out doing when you started doing your side hustle?
I started out with a store.
Okay.
A drop shipping store.
Oh, hard work.
Yeah.
That's hard work.
Yeah.
From what I understand.
I still dabble a little bit, y'all.
Yeah. I mean, I guess once you get a good system going. So what made you pick that? It wasn't like, okay, let me go get a part-time job at Target. Because some people's side hustles can be that. It could be a little remote job here, or
Y'all really want that answer to that?
I want to know.
It was a little bit too embarrassing for me. I don't want to do that. So
okay.
No.
Yeah.
I wanted to do something that was a little bit inconspicuous.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you can do this out of your home. Your office.
Something like that, because at the time I was still serving as a vocational rehabilitation counselor. I really had limitations on the type of work that I could do.
Got it.
I could not do a lot of, I would say, forward-facing public type of employment.
Got it. Okay.
So I wanted to be as remote as possible so that people didn't know it was me, really.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be embarrassed either. I didn't want my clients to see me up there. Tyechia, is that you?
Is that you shampooing my dog?
Yeah, so I really don't want all that, y'all. I'm just being honest now.
No, but I love that because you said, okay, I'm going to choose something that's going to make me happy. If I have to do this it's a side hustle. I already come home and I may be tired, maybe mentally tired. I got to come home, I got to cook dinner, I got to get the boys ready and all of this different stuff. What can I do maybe when they go to bed, or You
right.
know,
Especially if I didn't need the money. Now, come on now.
Yes, yeah.
I wasn't going to do that.
So when you started thinking about what you wanted to do, did you start doing some research? Like, what was your starting point?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't like, okay, well, I want to do a side hustle. Let me just do a drop shipping business. What gave you the idea to do that?
YouTube.
Okay. So did you want to YouTube and just pull up? I mean, because people pull up everything on YouTube now. Like, right? Okay, where can I go shopping to get a new grill, the best grill or something? Mm-hmm. Did you get a listing of things and say, let me look at this list and see what it is?
Yeah, I do a lot of research. Yeah, so I'm a researcher by nature. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you just dug into it, and then was it like what T-shirts? What was it? Jewelry? Because I mean,
a little bit of everything. It went down like a rabbit hole. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it wasn't like, okay, I see that T-shirts is the on and popping thing for what I should do. Yeah. This was a lot of research. So it wasn't just like a one video thing and I'm done. So
because what you're doing is you're having to make an investment in order to get a return on investment, right? Because drop shipping, can it be some of that? Like you have to purchase your own things? I'm hearing drop shipping is, I see many things with drop shipping.
With drop shipping, I don't have to purchase the inventory up front. Only when they buy, then the money comes out of my account or whatever.
Got it. Okay, got it. So yes, a little bit of detail in that. You know what? I mean, hey, look, we're gonna talk about her book. You guys purchasing this book because I mean, this is some good stuff right here.
Yeah, but I don't go into drop shipping.
Yeah, not the drop shipping, but at least just trying to get your side hustle started and finding out what it is for you that can get you there.
Yeah, the book kind of talks about how to turn their passion into profit.
Got it. Okay, got it. So now who have you come upon recently that you could think of that can be an example for you to doing something like that? Because I mean, there's so many women that, first of all, African-American women are some of the top entrepreneurs right now. From what I'm understanding, the statistics are super high right now for, entrepreneurs. Black women fall into that number on the high point. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about, her name escapes me right now, but think about the young lady in Atlanta with the vegan restaurant.
Yes.
Think about her.
Yes.
She took her passion and turned it into profit.
Yes, she did. And
prime example.
I believe that it's it's on the go. It's like a, what do you call that? The mobile. Like she's like
she has
a mobile
thing too.
Yeah.
She has that.
Wow.
She's doing it very well. Yeah. Very well. She's expanded to several cities.
Wow.
Very well.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So are you mentoring anybody in the area of that as well? Like, getting into that side. Has anybody been calling you and asking you more questions about it?
Yes, but I had to put a pause on the one-on-one mentoring thing because of my bandwidth. Yes. That's one of the things I wanted to chat a little bit. I was going to chat with you about is my direction in terms of what I'm going to be doing in the future with the company. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be doing a lot of one-on-ones in the future. Okay. If I do, it's going to be like high-level VIP type of coaching. Yeah. And it's going to be very limited. Got it. I don't have the bandwidth for it.
Yeah, no, I mean, you don't, not right now, but at least you're giving us our eyes are open to what is out there and what we could be doing. You're giving us that little extra push that we need to just go forward. I've been doing a lot of studying and a lot of reading, and more recently I've come upon this young lady on YouTube, Terry Savelle. She's Jerry Savelle's daughter, amazing pastor. He passed away recently, and she does vision boards and just writing things down and looking at it every day and just doing your affirmations over it and just going for what it is that you really want, going after your dreams. And yours seemed to be in line with it. I was reading your book and looking at I'm like, okay, this is in line with somebody starting out. It can start out as a side hustle, but it can turn into something big. It can probably retire you from a job.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a lot of people do that.
Yeah. So what's some of your biggest successes when it came to starting your side hustle when you did it?
My biggest successes, I always count it as I don't even count it as my successes because it impacts the lives of others. Yes. It's not even about me. It's always other people because this is their lives, their careers, their business. Yes. It's not about me. So I've had other people have had numerous successes. I will reword that. Okay. Right. And so whenever somebody wins, whenever somebody secures the job that they wanted to secure or start the business or side hustle that they want to start, that's a success to me. Yes. Whether it's thriving or not, just starting is the success.
Yes.
So that's what I'll say.
And I'm so bad with that because I'm the kind of person who, if I start something, I want it to be all perfect in one place at the same time. And I'm learning with this podcasting that is not how it goes. You got to try this. Okay, that doesn't work. Why didn't that work? I got to do my research. I got to meet somebody else. And I'm learning so much as I go. I've been a year in. I want to say hello to my one of my dream coaches. His name is Trevon Gross. Just wanted to give him a big shout out because he does I don't know if he's still doing it. I'm going to go onto Facebook to see if he's still doing it. But I was in Dallas last year for a business trip, and a good friend of mine lives there. She was in a ministry that I did up in Richmond, Virginia, and she lives there now. She's like, hey, I meet this dream coach on Monday mornings, and we got on the phone with him on Monday mornings, like at 7 a.m, all of us, and just do this empowerment call. And it was so amazing. And he helped me to get my podcast stuff set up. He's like, okay, Farah, you want to do all of this at the same time? That's a lot. Like, just start with this first. And so it was great having him. I mean, if I didn't have him in my life at that moment, I would have been buying all kinds of crap and not learning. I mean, he showed me everything to buy and what to do and just start slow.
That's it.
And so like you said, it's just starting, because I think I don't want to have another year of I want to do this and I don't do it. And it's just still like collecting dust. My dreams are just like in a box somewhere.
Right.
And so, so with your future coming up, so the book, so listen, she's written this book. How long ago did you write this book?
About 2 years now.
2 years now when you release this. And so now you're going to be working on your next project. We don't know what that's going to be yet, but she's going to start working on her next project.
Yes, and Farrah's holding me to it because y'all heard about that tea store that we went to, a tea shop that we went to.
Beautiful.
It's so pretty.
Beautiful. But every time you go to when I'm with you in these different places, I think that the people who you talk to there, they get ideas from you just by you bringing up things, and she just got even more excited. And by you opening up the door to us to go there, I've recommended her shop to a few other organizations. And so hopefully she'll get some more business. Yeah, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So now, do you do speaking engagements? If people reach out to you, okay, so you guys hear that?
Engagement.
It is a ton of women organizations that are going to be watching this podcast. Tyechia, you can definitely reach out to her and get her signed with you to do a speaking engagement. Will she be available for all of them? I don't know, but you can at least reach out to her and get her on your calendar for this year or next year. I mean, even like with me, I was telling you that I'm trying to get out more this year.
Yes.
And made some great connections. But a big part of your success is you being approachable.
Yep.
And you being open and you being humble. What do you say to people who they're so up here? And I had something happen to me recently at an event. And it was like it was a leader, and they were, part of this event, and I was like, oh my God, she's such an amazing person. And at the end of it, I went to get a picture with her, and she just gave this look like, get away from me. And the friend who was with her was like, really? Like, we're in a room of women that we just got finished empowering, right? And so what if I was this young girl who was an addict, or she was invited there because somebody bought her a ticket, and we mean the world to her because she just wants to be in a room full of people who are positive. What do you say to that? Has that happened to you?
No, but I know people like that, and that says more about her than it does you. Just know that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I said, I know you're tired. Don't you worry about it. You go home and get some rest.
It's a great attitude.
And and I just smiled it off. And then the friend was like, gave her this look like wow, like this is embarrassing me because I'm with you. Because I mean, we're moving as a unit. Whether we're somewhere together, it would be so bad for one of us to act like that.
I would take note of it.
Yeah.
If I were you, I would definitely take note of it.
Yeah. I think that we get to a place where we think that stuff is gone. Like we're at a sister empowerment event. Everything's amazing. And then you have that one instance, it makes the whole thing look so bad.
It does.
It really makes it.
It does.
The whole thing.
Especially if that's that person's brand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just tarnished your brand. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not authentic. You're not appearing to be authentic.
Yeah. And we have to be so mindful of, you don't share what you do, Tyechia, all the time. You're just you.
Right.
You don't walk in. I mean, you're in the room.
Right.
You just one of us. We're just all having fun. We're having a good time. And so it hurts to see that, because I know that That's not who I am. You know,
Right.
I'm going to be, whether it's the lowliest of, because I work with patients. I work in a dental office, and one of my models was, and this started for me back in the 90s. I was a dental assistant in 91. I've been in the field a long time. And that was during the time when HIV and AIDS came on the scene. And so as, you know, working in the healthcare industry, you know, we have to be careful and cautious. So, you know, we double up your gloves. And I said, you know what, I'm going to treat everybody the same. That was my motto. I treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter who you are. And so I've always kept that. Whether I have a patient that comes in that has no money or the patient that comes in that has $1 million, they're the same patient to me. And so I think that, you know, we have to think about those things when it comes to what we're doing in our community.
Absolutely.
You know,
I think that's very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how we feel, how tired we are,
Yes.
we have to always remember
Mm-hmm.
what you just said.
Yes.
Treat everyone the same,
Mm-hmm.
and make them feel like they are the star.
Yes, they're the star of that moment, right?
They are.
Yeah, it's like we roll the red carpet out for every person. You know?
Right.
Every patient that walks into my office, I greet them the same.
Right.
Now, you know, you may have a person that comes in, they may not want to talk.
Right.
One may be a little bit more quiet. One may be a little bit more talkative. So I make the space for each and every person that comes in.
Right.
And it's the same way in my life. You know, I remember an aunt saying to me, oh, well, which one of your kids are your favorite? And I said, they're the same. Like, to me, they're the same. You know, now my kids may not think that,
right,
you know, because that's just how kids are. But to me, I'm not going to do something for one that I'm not going to do for the other, you know? And so I'm going to love them exactly the same. So that thing never sticks with me, you know?
That's right.
It's like everybody's the same. So what does the rest of your 2024 look like going into your 2025, now that we know you're going to be serving in this mayor's, the Institute? What does that look like?
Well, I have some things on the horizon. I can't really share them all right now, but I'll be serving on some board of directors that's going to be coming up, maybe one or two.
Okay.
In that arena.
Yes.
Maybe at the government level, maybe not. Maybe at the nonprofit level, maybe not. You'll have to just stay tuned and see, right?
Yes.
I do want to get the second book out, and so that's something that I want to do. And I spoke briefly about it. I want to just revamp some things related to how I'm going to be doing some of my services related to the Be Empowered Career Consulting brand. So some changes there.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So that means you need to get some time for you to sit and get this stuff done. Yeah. So, I mean, making that time for us can be so difficult. I mean, I unplugged the television out of the wall in my bedroom. I'm like, I got to get this TV out of here, you know, because I need to write some things down. I just need some time for me, for the Lord, so that way I know the next direction. Because, I mean, of course, He's the foundation of everything. We want to do all of these different things, but yet He leads and guides us. But I'm excited to hear that you're still going on. And I'm so happy that you're doing it through whatever it is, whatever is thrown at you. You know, you still you still get up. You know, I don't think I've ever seen you shut down as long as I've known you. As far as, you know, where's Tyechia at? I know where she's at because I can put on Facebook and see where she's at. Because she does share life. I love that you share life with us. Some people don't do that. Some people don't get onto social media and share what they're doing and share their family. But this year, I will be praying for you to get your self-care time in, get your time to start writing, get your book started. These young women who have access to her, I'm excited for you because mentors are everything. You know, a lot of us got through life through mentors. I think that for me, my school teachers, I can think of some office managers that I worked with that were so empowering, that their name stuck with me. Like, people who train you and develop you, you never forget them.
That's right.
You never forget them.
That's right.
So going into the military, who was somebody who inspired you more than anybody in the military? When did you join?
I joined in 2000. I signed the contract November 26, 2002.
How old were you?
I was 19.
Oh my gosh.
19 years old. Yeah, I went to basic training January 2003 so that I can get an off-peak ship bonus. A little extra cash there, y'all. Yeah.
You know, me and Rachel, we talked about this in your episode as well, because, you know, she went in to get her school money and everything. We talked about that, how people go in sometimes, you know, just to get those extra little things that we couldn't get at home, maybe.
Yeah, because I come from, you mentioned Evergreen, Alabama.
Yes.
I was raised by a single mom.
Okay, let's talk about Evergreen, Alabama, because you mentioned something about that when you told me where you were from. share with our viewers what you guys are known for there.
Oh, I sure will. We are known for Conecuh sausages.
Oh my God.
So if you go to the grocery store, look at that sausage area, y'all, and pick up some Conecuh sausages. Okay.
I'm checking to see if she got some in her freezer before I leave.
Conecuh sausages. If you don't have them, we can ship them to you as well.
I love it. That is so funny. Mm-hmm. So you had a chance to see that. So when you joined, now your mom was still alive, mm-hmm. and you're not married at that time. You weren't married, not yet. Mm-hmm. So your mom is going to have to let you go. What did that look like? Like, I'm letting my child go. Oh, I mean, it's your decision inevitably, but as Black moms, mm-hmm. we have a say. It doesn't matter how old you are. We mm-hmm. think we do, right? So was she opinionated on it, or what was your feeling on it? What was her feeling on it? What was your feeling on it?
I don't recall her having like an opinion on it. Yeah, I think she was okay with it because I had cousins in the past that was in the military. I had went off to college, and I did a year at a college, and she knew that I needed some money to transfer to another college that I was interested in. So I think she was okay with it.
Good.
Yeah.
So in going to basic training and stuff, who impacted you the most in that first? Because you're there, you're away from. How far were you from home?
I was in Fort Jackson, Relaxing Jackson, South Carolina, y'all.
Relaxing Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So a few states away.
Yeah. So good. You wasn't like a country away.
No.
Good. Okay, good. And so, who was your first person that impacted you there? Was it
Drill Sergeant, of course?
Okay. So Drill Sergeant, if you're watching, is he still alive? He, she? I'm saying he.
I wouldn't know, but I hope they are. We had 3 Drill Sergeants.
Wow.
For the company when I got out of reception, of mm-hmm. course. I can't remember their names. I can see their faces. I actually have a picture mm-hmm. of the company. Yeah, I can grab it if you want, but I have my picture from basic training.
Wow. Probably looking just a whole different person. Mm-hmm. A whole different person.
Mm-hmm. So a little baby.
So it shaped you. So was that a big part of shaping who you are now?
Yes.
Okay, a big part of that, mm-hmm. which I'm sure mom first, because mm-hmm. of course family first. And then a whole nother shaping, and then now you're transitioning into a wife mm-hmm. and a mother. That's a whole nother shaping, and then a government. I mean, all of these different things have just made you who you are now.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah. I think it shaped my whole work ethic.
Yeah, your work ethic, mm-hmm. which is important because I mean, right now we know that work ethic is for a lot of people looks different than what it's like for us. I mean, I used to have a job everywhere. Now our kids, they can work in the house. They don't want to work. Or they can work in the house. I want to create something. I want to be a creative or whatever that is. Mm-hmm. And we're investing in them to do mm-hmm. that, right? And stuff. And so I mean, not that we don't push our kids, but we just have a different way of looking at mm-hmm. things. So I'm excited that you sat with me today.
I'm excited to be here.
It was joyful tears starting out, everyone. I just want to tell you that because sisterhoods are not easy to find for some people.
Right.
Some people don't do well with groups of people, mm-hmm. and we do well with groups of people. We do. We're not like, it's too stuffy over there. It's 2 of them and only 1 of me. I'm not going to go over there. I love how we're in groups, and so embrace that. If God has brought that to you, embrace that. Like mm-hmm. I mean, it could be a whole other community for you. For me, my group that I love all the groups, that I'm around, but one of my groups that impacted me the most was Women of Grace, which was my women's organization that I started when I was in Richmond, Virginia. And those ladies were like my community. I mean, they did so much for me. I mean, mm-hmm. I was able to do so much for them. And, but they were my extended family and in some ways a new family. And so I love that about how we can come together and we can pull our resources together. Mm-hmm. I mean, we can come up with who kids don't have a backpack, who needs food in their house, who needs a ride somewhere. I mean, we get together and we're going to make it happen.
That's right.
We're still making it happen to people.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
So we're not talking politics today. I think that's what me and Tyechia was saying, maybe when the camera goes off. But of course, we're excited about Kamala. A lot of us are not trying to sway anybody's voting or anything like that. I'm not saying that, because we all have our own opinions, but I'm excited about the shift that's happened, right? Because what a shift. What a shift. I mean, we couldn't have seen that.
Right.
And we pray for our president, President Biden. We know that he has graciously stepped away. We know that his family and his health is more than anything so important. And it's great that he had somebody to stand in the gap.
Yes, it is.
Right?
Yes, it is.
I'm so excited for this whole thing. As a matter of fact, speaking to women out there, I know I was speaking to a friend the other day. We're working on something for the city of Sanford to get women out to vote. Women who don't have rides, who may not have a car. All of our young girls who are not registered yet, we're about to try and do something.
Oh my goodness.
We don't care if we got to get a bus from the city. We're going to figure it out. We're going to be working on this. So another opportunity. And the young lady who's probably watching, I'm not going to mention her name because me and her, we're going to keep this on the wraps, but we're working on it because we really want to see this. We want to see some things happen. We want to get our young girls out to vote.
Well, keep me posted.
Definitely. Absolutely. Okay. You hear that, Chica? Because you know exactly who we're talking about. And so I'm going to start pulling together some women. She's pulling together some women because she has some women that she knows who, can help us to get this going. Because, we got to get people out. We got to get the girls out.
Yes.
Because I think that a lot of the young girls weren't thinking about voting maybe until now.
Right.
And so we want to get them out. And we want to get the women who are at home who they don't have cars. They may be disabled. Did they register to vote through the mail? Can they vote through the mail? But if we got to pick them up, we're going to start picking folks up. So we're going to start organizing and bringing some people together and trying to get with the city to get that done. Because, the time is short. So we need things to happen now.
Yes.
So we're going to be working on that. So, and she's going to be one of my guests coming up soon. Actually, I'm going to be doing a second podcast, and I'll share that. You guys will see that's coming. It's a whole separate podcast from this one. This is Art of Grace. The other one, I'm not going to share today what it is, but I'm going to start recording that one very, very soon. It's going to be a lot of good, amazing guests, fun topics, all in the city of Sanford. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Nice. How exciting, y'all.
I'm so excited. And I have so many amazing guests coming on with me. You all have been so patient. Our schedules, women's schedules are busy.
Yes.
Oh my God. I'll get somebody, hey, what's your calendar? We're trying to get calendars together, but they want to share their stories. I just can't wait for them to get on here to share. And that's what the platform is for women in business and in ministry. And I'm excited for what God is doing in the lives of women and men as well. We're not leaving out us, you guys.
Right.
So I want the ladies to share their stories. Because a lot of us has been at home. We've been inside, and now we're getting out a little bit. And even for women who are inside, they want to share what's going on. Their businesses, their stories, their trials, tribulations, traumas, how they've been delivered from things. And so I can't wait for that.
I can't wait for it
either. Thank you. So we got to have a part 2.
Yes, we do.
When the book comes out.
Yes.
We got to do that.
Yes.
We got to do it. So I'm so excited. I appreciate you letting me into your house and setting everything up. And we're going to do it again.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Y'all heard it here.
You heard it
here. Do it again.
Yes. So also for the first person that reaches out to Tyechia by email, Tyechia@TyechiaBrown.com. She's going to send you guys a little gift. Whoever that first person is, then you can connect with her and then get connected to her platforms. I will have all of her platforms on this podcast on YouTube. If you're watching it, it will be in the description. If you're listening on Apple, it's going to be in the Apple's, in the bottom of the description there, as well as Spotify. You can find us on a bunch of different directories, and I'll be posting all of that. We'll make a TikTok video because me and Tyechia, we're learning because we did our first little boomerang together when I came out here last year. I came out here to have lunch with her. We're out there like, how do we do this? And we were drinking lemonade. We had such a good time. And it'll be on TikTok. I'll post it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I'm not really on Twitter, which is no longer Twitter. I believe it's X now. I don't really ever post on Twitter. I don't know why I don't. But keep up with us in our shenanigans. Tyechia asked me before we recorded, how long is it going to be? How long is this recording going to be? And I said, it all depends on our shenanigans today. It all depends on that. And we got through it. So we appreciate you all watching. Keep up with us. We want to hear. And listen, girls who want to get healthy, get up. There's a Black Girls Run on every side of Orlando. And it's all around. Let me just tell you, I thank you so much for those who are serving in Black Girls Run and who are participating in it. Whether it's one girl, whether you're out by yourself, whether it's 2 or 3 girls, or even a group of you, it is so inspirational to get out together and to be healthy because we can't do what we're doing right now if we weren't taking care of our health. Okay, so which means drinking water, trying to eat right, getting up off the couch because we love these couches and these chairs, and we love laying up in our beds when we get home. But our health is very important to us. So please check out Black Girls Run. I'll also have that in the description as well. So until next time, we'll talk to you soon. Be blessed.
Thank you so much for watching. Did you enjoy our special guest, Tyechia Brown? Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. And please, if you want to win that free gift, hit Tyechia up at Tyechia@TyeshiaBrown.com. Until next time.